Hello, all my himbos, bimbos, thembos, and crimbos. That's criminal bimbos out there. I'm Zon, your lovely host, and I'm joined by Felix.
Hey everybody, I'm Felix. Crimbos, just as a heads up, this game's about a cop.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers for
Uh,
the first scene in the game.
and this is our playthrough of Parasite Eve.
Parasite Eve 1.
Indeed, on the PS1. So, Felix, what is your experience with Parasite Eve?
So Parasite Eve is a game that I kind of knew about growing up. It always looked really cool, and I actually own the first two games. We don't talk about the third game.
There's a third game?
There is a third game. It's called The Third Birthday, and it was released on the PSP.
Was it?
Drastically different from the first two, which I've played a bit of the first, but it's been a while. And I think a little of the second. The third is more like a first-person shooter, and one of the big things about it was the mechanic that they built it around was, oh wow, New York does have a rat problem.
Right.
They built it around basically swapping places with other units in the field, but it was built like a first-person shooter.
Oh, that could be really interesting or garbage.
Yeah, from my understanding, it's the latter.
So, for me, this is a game I picked up from Blockbuster. And that's a fucking dated sentence.
That is an old sentence. I've done that too, but god, that's an old sentence.
I still have a Blockbuster video cassette, because we stole it. So, Matt.
Don't admit that. Just say they never
They're
asked
gone.
for late fees.
They're gone. They're dead.
What are they gonna do? Collect on the debt now?
Yeah. They died. In the fire. Anyway, yeah, so this was I don't know how to put it, edgier Resident Evil at the time.
Yeah. It's a little... Resident Evil back then was always seemingly the work of, one dude who had lost his mind. This always came off more as, oh, we done goof as a race. Or as a species.
Oh, I thought you meant the game. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I do remember that the reveal is kind of stupid.
I might upset you a little because I think if the reveal has anything to do with the joke I was going to make up front.
Oh, please, yeah.
So what do you know about cell structure?
More than more than I'd like, less than I should.
So the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
God damn it. I'm going to put a counter of how many times we say that.
And it's
going to be a lot.
It's going to be a lot.
And it's, yeah, basically that summarizes the whole game, but we'll get into it.
That is the base plot, and if I remember right, that is what is said in the instruction manual for the game itself.
Yes. Because back then, instruction manuals also carried the plot.
They had to, because in a lot of games, especially in the NES, the Super Nintendo, Game Boy Color, they didn't have room for the plot. They gave you the little booklet that explains what you're doing and who you are, and you had to figure it out from there.
Like the one that explained all of Metroid's plot to you.
Right.
Why are you fighting a giant pterodactyl?
Fuck that guy, that's why.
It's dragon. Oh, I see. What?
Why are we fighting him? Oh, he killed Samus's parents. Deal!
I will say, this one had a lot of, iconic, fucking shots in it. Like this, right here.
Yeah. It definitely is part of the PlayStation 1 games that push the hardware, especially graphically, because you can tell what a lot of things are in the cutscenes. Not every game had that.
The only thing that's kind of remiss is it doesn't have voice acting, which was a thing by this point.
Yeah,
that was a thing by now, but...
I think they chose to focus on the system for the game and the graphics, because just like the previous generation, PlayStation 1 was really limited on what could actually fit on those discs. Compared to fucking Blu-ray discs that we use now that can hold 100 gigabytes of jack and nothing.
No, Jack and Jill.
Jack and also Jill. That terrible Adam Sandler movie.
The terrible Adam Sandler movie.
Just god-awful.
God bless him. He seems to be having
hey,
fun, so whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the goal, isn't it? To be able to use your creative outlet to enjoy yourself and still make a living off of it. So you can say what you want about the man. He's won.
I feel like we've wandered off topic, though.
Yeah, I will say I am...
Go ahead.
I am excited for the start of this game. It's been a while, but if I remember right,
it goes hard at the beginning.
It does. And the opera section at the front, it's the hottest show of the year.
Don't ruin stuff till we get there, eh? How about that?
It's literally the first thing after we hit start.
I don't know, motherfucker. Don't. Just... Hey.
Fine.
Hey, you think the Zoomers that accidentally wandered in here know what this is?
I would hope so by now. The title has come up twice.
That don't mean nothing. This was auto fucking suggested to them.
We've been auto playing for 5 minutes, and they're just now auto playing.
We've been auto playing for 5 days. It just came to us finally.
Good lord.
Anyway, your mom's worried about you. You should check in on her, darling.
Get more sleep, get better sleep, and hydrate.
Yes.
But yeah, seriously, call your mom.
I think this is the start now, actually. But yeah, so this was Squaresoft.
Back before it got
devoured.
Yeah. Square and Enix were both separate companies for a while until I think PS2, mid PS2, not early, because if I remember right, Kingdom Hearts 1 was still Squaresoft. Well,
because this was Final Fantasy is what saved this originally.
Yeah.
Oh wow, do you know what it was?
What?
The spirits within bankrupt the company.
That terrible movie nobody watched?
Yeah, I love that terrible movie. It's awful. The final product they made after that was Final Fantasy X.
Of course.
They were contracted to do Crystal Chronicles and then merged with into Square Enix.
Yep. Looks like in 2003.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading here. Yeah.
Sorry, I pulled it up too because I wanted to make sure I was
Square's financial losses with the spirits of it prompted Enix to halt its discussions and consider not doing the merger.
Oh my god! Have you ever messed up so bad that you potentially almost ruined the entire rest of your life?
But that's why that's interesting. So, like...
You want to hear something else funny?
Yeah.
I pulled up Enix's page and it said defunct April 1st of 2003. How long do you think it took them to actually convince people, no, this is real, we are Square Enix now, this isn't just an April Fool's joke?
I remember, old, video game webcomics making fun of Square and Enix together. Mm-hmm. And, this merger's never gonna work. And it's like, nah, I think it's got it.
And here we are, 20 years later, they are one of the largest game companies, and
slugging it out Nintendo.
Yeah.
Honestly. Up there with Konami, even. God, wait, who did Resident Evil?
Resident Evil was Capcom.
That's Capcom, right? Capcom really went out of nowhere. Okay, here we go.
Nice.
Wow! Hey there! Max Off here to give you a deal. That's right! Just for this one D&D monster, we're only asking for a like, comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff you should be doing anyway. Yow! Yeah, I don't know. Tank controls suck.
Tank controls do in fact suck. Anyway, I hope you really like the intro because first thing when we start the game, back in PlayStation 1 era, you didn't have skippable cutscenes.
Oh yeah, no. I'm sorry, the Statue of Liberty crying blood is such a fucking cool intro.
It's real cool. It's a very good opening.
Yeah. Oh, hey, the Twin Towers. Oops.
Ow. Ow! Thanks for the collateral damage there, Zon.
I didn't notice them until just now. Just
Yeah.
oops.
I mean, back when this came out, that is how the skyline looked.
Yeah. 88 or 98, sorry.
And it's set Christmas. That's a good way to show what's going on.
Oh yeah.
97.
Yeah. This is really good for the time. Like, have you seen those demakes of Bloodborne and such that look just
yes.
like this? Like, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
like, well, it's one person doing it, but she does a good job. She's amazing. I think it's she, they. So. Okay, so this took me a second here because I'm so spoiled on the like.
You
How
were
to put
expecting
it?
it to auto progress, right?
I was, yeah.
Yeah, I thought the same thing because we just got out of a cutscene. Also, welcome to the opera. So two things while we wait for you to figure out how the X button works. One, this is actually a sequel to something. There was a novel of this first that came out in 97.
I'm sorry. That means it's an adaptation then.
Yes,
What the fuck?
there was
Are you
also
serious?
a film. Yeah. All three games came after the book. The movie came as well. And this was the first M-rated game from Squaresoft.
Parasite Eve. Hideaki Sena. Did one thing. Oh, they're microbiologist.
Oh, she figured out the X button.
Yep. Figured it out.
This is
We're
Aya
25
Brea.
years old. So, I believe you have something for this.
Oh, yeah. So we're at the opera. This is, to my understanding, the hottest show of the year. Which is why we wanted to come so bad. And we work for the NYPD. Because of course we do. Also, look at those heels. My God.
Trust, I feel
Her
them.
feet are at a 45-degree angle. I
I'm
didn't
here for
realize
it.
that the first time.
I'm here for it.
Glad you decided. You don't even have a
I
name,
appreciate-
sir.
This motherfucker doesn't get a name.
No,
And I'm glad. Glad, I say.
we get very blonde, rich bitch energy from him immediately.
Oh, he definitely sounds like, aren't you glad? Aren't you glad you came with me? We better go inside.
This is also the era of time progresses when you progress.
I kind of like that, so I try
I
to
do
leave.
too. I'll admit, I spent a minute or two, like, kind of just talking to them, waiting for, like, all right, we can go in now. No, you need to go in.
Yeah, that was the problem. I thought we'd like get him in trouble.
Right? Oh, you didn't talk to him here. If you do, it tells you, hey, we better hurry in. The first act's already started. And you're like, the fuck? Why are we late?
Why did we drive up late, bitch?
Oh, I wanted to avoid the crowd.
Final Fantasy VI ain't got shit on us.
I actually do like the music here.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy VI had an opera scene. BT dubs.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a. You can't marry an Ava. They're far too big for you. Also,
But
they're
Father-
possibly my dead wife.
But
And
Father,
your mother.
I've already gotten into the Ava.
No, you mustn't enter the Ava.
But I have. You told me to do it.
Anyone who succumbs to her beauty dies in horrible ways.
Like,
Just like an Ava.
Is that like specific, or is it just like coincidental? Like,
Yeah, we
she's
don't
evil.
I like that this guy is on top of this shit, though. Alright, time to murder her.
Just grab her and burn her at the stake. She is a magnet for misfortune. We ain't dealing with that today.
3 times was enough for this bullshit. And now it's my son that's fallen for her? No,
Hell
that's enough of
no.
that.
Absolutely. But this dramatic asshole.
I know, right? I will replace you. Edward.
You stop that. Shit's gonna get fucked up enough in a minute.
This is really fucking cool.
It is.
Especially for back in the day. This was, like, intense, actually. Right, not this part. This is pretty much what it looked like back then. But in your soul. It's like how Pokemon doesn't look anything like how I remember it.
This was cool, though.
There we go. This is fucking baller. Also, his hair changed color.
That's fine. It's the lighting. Her eyes okay? Why is she? Oh,
her eyes.
I don't think her eyes are okay.
Fuck!
And
The guard's like, oh, thank God it wasn't me.
Oh!
Also,
Yeah, he leaped on. Oh, now it is him.
Yeah, what an asshole. He leapt at the audience to catch fire.
Past like 4 rows, by the way. That's not. Oh, well, there goes our date. Nope.
No, that's not our date. That's just some asshole.
Oh, people are falling from the second floor, too.
Yeah. You gotta respect her for just continuing on without, like, noticing or caring.
She noticed. This is all being intentionally done. Like,
where did he come from? Is my question. Because that is not. We're in the middle.
Yeah, there's an upper floor.
Yeah, but, like, he came from the center down.
Apparently,
that's fucking
when you're
cool.
on fire, that is a very cool scene. Apparently, when you're on fire, you can jump very far.
I'll keep that in mind for D&D.
No.
Speaking of D&D, stick around
Anyway.
until the end to, yeah, bye, Dick. Yes! Shoulder check his ass. Stick around to the end for a 5e conversion of one of the creatures we see in this game.
Nice. It is immediately go time, by the way, and I love that about her. She's not
no.
oh, I better call for backup. It's like, nope, I got my gun. We're going.
Yeah, I have gun. Why do I have gun? Because he was going to get handsy.
Well, also NYPD.
But
I think this date's going really well.
yeah, I think that it's going over well. I mean, we have to check out our date on the stage, but, you know, our polyamory can survive this.
Especially if she can survive bullets.
We're not going to shoot our partner, right?
Right?
Right?